Hello, I'm Jordy, the music director here at Spinnaker Radio, and I'm here with Las Olas. Hi, how are you guys?
Hi,
Thank you
Jordan.
for being here. So first to start, how would you guys describe your sound?
Carlos, I bet you have some interesting.
Go ahead, Carlos.
terms.
On our sound? That's funny. We actually do not like to say we are anything because we don't want to be in a box. But I guess if I say that, had to explain it to you right now what we sound like, I guess would be, I don't know, surf pop or something, surf rock, kind of
Pop, reggae.
mixed with Bob Dylan. I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, so like I get your influences, so I'm getting like, the vibe here. So I guess we can like take it another direction and just kind of figure out what your interests are, like as far as like your music, where you actually are pulling your influences from and like your inspiration. So if you guys want to talk about that.
Me personally, Bob Marley was the hugest influence in my life in music. Just I went over through that whole music catalog a million times. A lot of what I listened to, and I guess I'm speaking for Luis, but also myself as well. Bob Dylan, Jack Johnson, and I'll let the other two guys take over now.
Yeah, I would say like probably what I bring to the table as influence is probably like 60s pop and like psychedelic Beatles or whatever. And then we have the jazz guy.
Yeah, I'd say growing up I was obsessed with rock and roll, like The Doors and Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin and Bob Dylan. But I've gotten into a lot lately. I love Miles Davis, Herbie Hancock, John Coltrane, Wayne Shorter, all those guys.
Very cool. Yeah, these are great references. That's wild. So how are you guys like mixing in your sort of like Hispanic element? Like how are you guys marrying your influences like with the big greats of like rock and roll and then putting that with your own flavor to it?
So we sing songs in Spanish, Portuguese, and English, and it really just depends on the song. Like sometimes it's kind of hard to, I don't know, pick. We're like, oh, we got to pick one language and stick with it, and then we just end up, we'll just do whatever the song needs or whatever. So I think it just comes out with the different languages and just what, like we all like American rock and roll and American music, but we also come from like just the kind of stuff you hear every day in South America. For me, for Carlos would be more like bossa nova and like Brazilian music, and for me it would be more, I don't know, salsa and stuff like that.
Flamenco, Spanish guitar, Spanish classical guitar, that kind of stuff.
So I guess it comes out, especially the Hispanic part, I would say it comes naturally more than we have to like, okay, how do we spice this up? It just kind of like.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of the cool thing that we have to do just because of who we are really is that mix. We have to make the worlds meet, like the American classic rock and roll with our roots, and that's what we like to do. Honestly, the mixture is what I feel like that's the coolest thing about our band, just because it's a whole different take on rock and roll. Just looking at our perspective from another country and another language and everything, it's cool.
Definitely. And since you're like, you guys seem really like kind of intuitive when it comes to how you guys make songs. So did you guys want to speak to your process, sort of like how that kind of forms? Like, do you guys have a process, or does it just kind of happen organically? Like what goes on there?
I feel like each song is its own process in a way. And but each song, every idea starts with the individual, and then from there we develop that, and then we just share it with their bandmates, and they make it into something bigger or something different than it was already.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. It's really a process each song. Like sometimes it'll be like somebody brings a song like, hey guys, I wrote this, what do you think? and then we'll like expand upon it. Sometimes we'll just like start playing whatever, and somehow there'll be a full song by the time we're done. It's just like, all right, I guess that somebody wrote that.
It is very weird. We just look at each other sometimes and we just play the song and it's just made. So it's hard to explain a process like that. We don't understand it ourselves really.
Definitely, yeah. Well, the creative process is definitely crazy. So that makes sense. And so like as a band, how did you guys even come together and like start to form? Did you guys know each other beforehand or?
And that was kind of a funny story because I had a band with me and two other friends before I even met those guys. And we used to have little shows at my apartment. It was like a one bedroom, like it was like just a one bedroom apartment, really small. And I would bring people over. We get like 20 people in there or something with the band. And one of those people was Luis one day, and he just hopped in the jam, killed it. It was like sick. Like, call me soon the other day. Let's hang out, And then we kept going, me and Luis, for like almost a year. We played a lot of the Spinnaker, a lot of it just playing together. And
Radio show. Yeah.
I'll let Luis talk about how he met Jeremy.
Yeah, we had a little radio show going on at Spinnaker. We just like sit and play acoustic for an hour. But yeah, I threw like a school assignment. I was in this documentary class with Dr. Jillian Jansen, and I kind of wanted to make a documentary about a jazz band. And so I just met Jeremy out of the blue, went to film them, and then we started jamming. He joined the band. I'll let him tell his perspective.
So yeah, that was pre-COVID, right before things really hit in February or March, and I was playing in a group with some other jazz students. I'm a jazz major at UNF, and yeah, this guy just comes walking into one of the rooms where we are, asking for like a jazz group that he could record, and we recorded it. And then by the end of the project, everyone that I was playing with left, and then Luis starts talking to me about how he's a musician, and so we just started playing together.
That sounds good. I mean, it seems like everything makes a lot of sense. It seems like everything just happens really like as it does with you guys. So it makes the most sense. So that's how you guys came together. And then did you guys want to speak to sort of just like anything that you guys have coming up as a group? Like anything you guys have been working on that you're interested in, might want to talk about right now?
Definitely.
So we recorded a little EP during COVID, which we got out. Honestly, we've been playing so much that we already feel like that EP is so behind like what our sound is now. So hopefully we'll get to recording pretty soon. For now, we're like improving our live music game. So we're trying to do a lot of gigs. Did a neighborhood jams, this new show this past weekend, which I think it's going to be a recurring kind of show. That was really fun. So for now, yeah, we're down for hires. If anybody needs bar mitzvah music, wedding music.
We've also been working on Least of All Recordings, which is this project that's kind of related to like COVID relief. So we had several people purchase individual vinyls of our songs, and we're gonna make a live recording for each track. And that's something. And then we're thinking about recording for this battle of the bands competition next week.
Oh yeah, we're we gotta get that.
Ooh, and this is also
the
fresh.
competition's next week.
Even Luis and Jeremy don't even know about this, but we have a gig the 30th of October alongside James Pro and.
I'll have to check my availability.
Wait, yeah. What gig? Where is it?
Jack Rabbit's. It's gonna be really fun, I feel.
Oh, sick.
Sick.
Yeah, with Gentleman's Crow. And
very cool.
Because we got to jam with these guys, the drummer and the bassist from Gentleman's Crow this weekend at the Neighborhood Jams Festival.
That's who that was.
And we bonded, and it was cool. So I was talking to them today about joining them at their show at Jack Rabbit's October the 30th. You know,
Yeah.
spread the.
Nice.
I'm out.
Absolutely, that's so much fun.
Mhm.
And then really quick,
an
finally,
online gig the 15th, right?
Oh yeah, there's for the UNF Hispanic Heritage Month. LASO, the Latin American Student Organization. Oh, I got it. They're doing like a Zoom webinar show or something. So we're playing, October the 15th. Y'all can tune in, watch the show, see how it goes.
absolutely.
Where can we?
So will these both be virtual things?
I would say follow
Like the first
LASO on Instagram. Yeah, it's gonna be a virtual gig. I would say follow the Latin American Student Organization for more information because that's as far as I know.
That's UNF.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
UNF LASO.
Awesome. And then finally, before we end this, did you guys have any shout outs and things that you guys wanted to use the space for?
Yeah, sure. Shout out to Luna Cruise Music for putting on a great show after us this past weekend. Let's see. Carlos, can you think of anything?
Oh yeah, shout out to the guys from Gentleman's Crow for jamming with us and killing it. Improvise 100%. That was awesome. And also Trevor and Noah.
Hell
and
yeah.
all
Trevor, Travis Hall. Yeah.
Trevor and Travis.
event. We are so glad that happened. We had so much fun. And for more gems like that, thank you so much, guys, for opening the house and letting local bands go and just have fun there. It was awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Well, thank
I
you
want
guys
to show
so much.
you a little Spinnaker guitar. Las Olas,
Hey, wow. We
Spinnaker.
love that.
Advertising,
Thanks,
represent.
guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for being here. It was awesome.